Hello, everyone, and welcome to my world as we'll be going through yet another box, and this time a big box of VHS tapes. I mean, some of you may even recognize some of these tapes are already off the top here. Why are we doing these videos? It's not really an unboxing, it's more of like finding stuff. And this is like, hey, it's cool stuff. And I recently, with the passing of my mom, and figuring out what to do with various things that we've wanted to get out of the house for a while, discovered like a couple crates of vinyl records that I got to get out of. So that is going to be something we'll be doing at some point, but I wanted to focus on the VHS tapes before we really dive into another series of things. And for those wondering when the next tier making video is going to be, please understand this. The past several days have been very, very hectic. It's a major transition period, but I do thank you for your patience and understanding as we try and get a lot of things sorted and so forth there. All right, so first few tapes here. We have DC Cab. I actually watched this movie a lot as a kid. Actually, it was actually one of my favorites movies to watch. It's like, now, why would I be allowed to watch this movie as a kid? Well, my dad really had no issue with me watching anything and everything. So stuff like DC Cab, Commando, Lethal Weapon, Die Hard. It's like, okay, cool. I mean, I have vivid memories of the summer of 1989. I went to see, I saw Batman in theaters. There was a Lethal Weapon 2, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Ghostbusters 2. I mean, I think the only big movie that summer I did not see in theaters was Star Trek 5. And again, at that point, I wasn't a Star Trek fan. So yeah, but DC Cab, it's a very funny movie. In my opinion, it still holds up very nicely. Penelope Ann Miller and Tom Sizemore, The Relic. I can honestly say I have never watched this. Nope, so I don't know anything about it, but apparently Cisco and Ebert gave it 2 thumbs up. Urban Legend. And I believe, yeah, this more likely is a bootleg copy, probably purchased out in front of like Cousins or which is a local supermarket. So I can safely say I've never watched that. I know for a fact this is a bootleg copy of It Takes Two with Kirstie Alley, Steve Guttenberg, and the Olsen twins. Matter of fact, I know exactly where my mom purchased this particular tape. It was, if memory serves me right, it was near what was a Rite Aid on 33rd and Westfield Avenue. That's where this tape was gotten. Near it, not at that Rite Aid, but near it. This is not a VHS tape. This is a book on tape. Michael Crichton's Timeline, read by Stephen Lang. Still, okay, milk condition in box, so never been opened. We'll just toss that off to the side there. Access code starring Martin Landau, and I can safely say I have never seen this. This tape is always, I know this tape has always been in my mom's VA movies, but I've never watched this. Alien Nation, purchased from a place called 5 Star Video for $6. Never been opened, sealed, mint condition. So I have one open that's loose that was in the other box with the Aliens and Addams Family tapes, and I have one that is sealed. mint condition. Never been opened. Price tag still on it. Johnny Depp, the Ninth Gate. Never seen it, so I'm not a fan of Johnny Depp, so not inclined to see it. We have not one but two copies of Independence Day, and there's a logical reason for that. One was at my dad's house, one was at my mom's house, or mom's apartment rather. So, two copies of Independence Day on VHS. We have another set of duplicates as well. Brandon Fraser's The Mummy. Same situation. One was at my dad's place, one was at my mom's apartment. So, again, twofers. We got a few movies here. We got the RCA Columbia Pictures home video release of Willow. And funny enough, last night, well, at the time I'm recording this, it's February 2nd, but last night, February. So, last night, in relation to the time I'm recording this, Iceman and I were talking about Willow, and more so the fact that I like the video games, and that the arcade side scroller was on the list of games that would never be re-released again because of all the legal wrangling that's involved. But Iceman also said he was looking for the NES copy as well. Willow was one of the top movies that he watched a lot as a kid, and I can even say I watched Willow a lot as a kid too as well. Damn near wore that kid out. Tape out. Brad Pitt, Julia Roberts, the Mexican. Neither one of them, I believe, are Mexican. So I've never seen it, so I don't know the context. Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne in The Matrix VHS. So I've only watched Matrix once. Not really a movie that really appealed to me. Denzel Washington, Meg Ryan, Courage Under Fire. Never seen that. This is from these are two of Mom's tapes for sure. Julia Roberts, Richard Gere, Runaway Bride, and another Julia Roberts movie, Mystic Pizza. So again, I may have seen Mystic Pizza once when the tape was purchased, but that's about it. Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore, Whoopi Goldberg, and Ghost. Jack Nicholson, Cher, Susan Sarandon, Michelle Pfeiffer in The Witches of Eastwick. Sandra Bullock in The Net. So again, we got a lot of tapes here, and it's a big box here, so I'm kind of going through them as quickly as possible. One of my brother's favorite movies, Scary Movie. The first two films hold up pretty well, but I actually got tired of watching them because my brother would love them all the time. When I got them on DVD, he would just say he would always want to watch them. So I got real sick and tired of watching the first two Scary Movie films. Great movie, Demolition Man, Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes. Very underrated and very forward thinking for its time. We have E.T. on VHS, which might be the original release of it on VHS. I'm not 100% sure on that. We got What's Love Got to Do with It? Do with It, and movie I haven't seen in a long time, Jumping Jack Flash with starring Whoopi Goldberg. I could have sworn I had another version of this, but it had a white box. I could be confusing it with another movie, but I could have sworn we had two different versions of it. But I don't know. As I'm going through these boxes and finding these tapes, we'll see. Forgot what. Three Men and a Little Lady. Richard Pryor is starring in The Mac. In a movie called Bad, Black, and Beautiful. So, a couple movies. Let's see. Don't know the origins of those, but more likely those last movies from my dad's collection. Another movie I haven't seen in a long time, Burglar, starring Whoopi Goldberg. Remember this actually being real funny as a kid. As a kid I thought this was funny. Now, I haven't seen it in so long. Anyway. Say Anything. This was one of my mom's movies. I've never watched this. Julia Roberts, Denzel Washington, The Pelican Brief. So again, my mom was a big fan of Julia Roberts. Her and Sandra Bullock. She was big fans of them. And we got one more row of things in this box to grab and dig out. Single White Female. I can safely say I only watched it once. The Gun in Betty Lou's Handbag. I can safely say I've never seen this. Big Business with Bette Midler and Lily Tomlin. I've never seen this. So I've never seen it, as I never watched it. Let's see. We got Whoopi Goldberg, another Whoopi Goldberg starring in Eddie, and you know this movie is totally fiction because it's the Knicks winning the championship, or at least I remember that the Knicks being in a big important championship game or something over it. Fear, starring Mark Wahlberg. I've never watched this. What's this? All right, the tape without its original box. Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation, 1814. So I'm going to assume it's a music video thing, but it looks like it's a long one, and it's an hour. Released 1989. So I'm just going to assume it's something like Michael Jackson's As These Things Fall Over. And those are gonna be fun putting back in this box here. But Michael Jackson released a couple of things. I think something that was almost straight to VHS, which was there's a compilation. What was it? Moonwalker. So I'm going to assume Rhythm Nation is something along those lines. Mel Gibson, Helen Hunt, What Women Want. Thought it was a good movie the only time I saw it. Sigourney Weaver and Copycat. Oof. I don't think I've ever seen this. Susan Sarandon, Tommy Lee Jones in The Client. I actually read the book in high school. So it's why would I read the book in high school? Because it was apparently on a short list of approved reading for the things to read in the very, very early morning at 7:30 in the morning. Drop everything and read is what they call it. It's one of the stupidest things ever. It's who would want to read a book at 7:30 in the fucking morning? Last three tapes we got in here. We have a bootleg copy of Big Mama's House. Lawrence Fishburne, Irene Jacob, Kenneth Branagh in Othello. And a special unrated version of Body Shots. So those are the tapes that was in this here box. So now the fun part is of actually putting everything back in the box. Not necessarily in the same order that they came out in, but they want to get rid of the bootleg ones. Well, actually not a bad idea. I am going through the process of having to throw stuff out. Or maybe figure out eBay and figure out how to sell stuff on eBay. Anybody got any thoughts on? If anybody got any thoughts on that, leave it in the comment section below. I know people will collect things, collect different versions of stuff. They have like complete sets and things of that nature. It's like, why didn't I just send the video here? So it was like me basically putting things back in the box. Because in some regards, folks, this is almost like this is almost therapeutic in a way. With losing mom recently, I was like, it's there just to talk to you guys and so forth. And oddly enough, I didn't really have much to say about many of the movies in here because a lot of them I haven't seen before. Put these double shots of The Matrix, The Mummy, and Independence Day on top, and the bootleg Ocean Twins movie vehicle on top as well. I have like maybe like 3, maybe 4 more boxes of tapes. So, and as I mentioned at the towards the beginning, there's like crates of vinyl records and things of that sort. So, be able to go through and try and sort and again figure out what to do with things like that. So, on that note, thank you very much for watching. Again, leave your thoughts on what I should do with these tapes in the comment section below. Either toss them or try to figure out eBay. And it says like I would say like and subscribe, but does anybody actually do that? I mean, personally, I don't. But if you're so inclined. And on that note, stay safe. We'll see you in the next video.